welcome back to the Cupcake Addiction Kitchen. I'm Elise, and on today's episode, we're going to be making these gorgeous little miniature ice cream cupcake toppers. These are really simple, really sweet, and ice cream parties seem to be all the rage at the moment. The things that you'll need to make these gorgeous little cupcakes: I've got a cupcake, of course, to frost, a Ziploc bag and a pair of scissors. I've got two knives, one's a serrated edge and one's just a flat edge knife. I've got some of our perfectly pipeable buttercream frosting, and I've tinted some of that pink and some of that brown. So I've kind of got my Neapolitan-y ice cream colours. I will leave a recipe link to that in the description box below if you don't have a great buttercream frosting recipe. I've got some red M&Ms, some sprinkles, and I've got some of these little wafer biscuits. So these are like a little 3-layered wafer biscuit. They're really popular here in Australia. If you can't find these, then just a regular ice cream wafer will do the same job. The first thing that you want to do is you want to frost up your cupcake. So I'm going to go with some chocolate frosting. Basically what I'm doing is I'm just scooping on a generous amount of frosting, push it down into the cupcake liner, but try not to go over the edges. And then you want to just use the back of your knife kind of just to squish it out so that it's going over the edges of the linings of your cupcake case. I love this style of frosting because you don't need any fancy piping bags or piping tips. It's just a really simple frosting style. Once you've got sort of a flattened top and all of your frostings messily over those edges, wipe your knife off and just come around, neatening off those sides and giving you a really nice flat top cupcake. If you love this video and you want to see lots more, everything from the very simple to the more advanced, make sure you check out my YouTube channel, My Cupcake Addiction, for lots more free tutorials. All right, so your cupcake's frosted and ready to go. Now you want to take one of your little wafers. I'm going to use a pink wafer for mine because it's going to have a little pink cone. And I've gone with a serrated edge knife. I found that it cut them a lot easier than a flat edge knife. So I'm just going to cut it in half, and then I'm going to kind of saw through the wafer like so that it's got a nice point just in the bit of a shape of an ice cream cone. Perfect. There's your little ice cream cone base. Pop that straight down right at the very, very base, making sure that you've got plenty of room for the top of your ice cream. And then you want to take, I'm going to use some of that white frosting, pop it into your Ziploc bag, and this is going to act like a little bit of a makeshift piping bag. Push it all the way to the edge and let out any air before sealing it up, and snip off a little tip. So you just want to take your piping bag now, or your Ziploc bag, and you just want to swirl around that frosting. Make sure that you build it up so that it's roughly the same height as the little wafer cone that you've got. And then to neaten it up and to bring the two together, you want to give it like a little rippled line, which kind of looks like where the ice cream overhangs over the cone. So make sure that you start all the way down one end and then go back and forward. And then you can take some of your little sprinkles. With the sprinkles, do be careful. You only want to get them onto the ice cream. You don't really want them going onto the frosting underneath it. So be delicate when you place them. And then an M&M makes the cherry on top of our little ice cream. Check that out. I love these cupcakes. I love how simple they are, and I love how gorgeous they are. I hope you guys have enjoyed this tutorial. Check out my channel, My Cupcake Addiction, for lots more in the way of cupcakes, cake pops, and cakes. And as always, thanks very much for tuning in to My Cupcake Addiction.